Welcome back to Saints Row the Third. Last time we did the Genki missions, and this time, it looks like Rasputin is giving us one last job, and really leaving us off on a very ominous note, but I'm sure everything will be fine, and this isn't some kind of elaborate— oh crap, that's 5 stars. Okay, well, I'm still going to shoot this man, you can't stop me from doing that. However, yes, this was a carefully laid trap. Which, you know, I gotta admit, I do actually kind of like that there's a little twist in the Saints Book assassinations. You didn't really get that with the Hitman jobs. The format didn't particularly allow for that, but yeah, no, there's just one that is just the Morningstar trying to set you up. A guy's just like, oh yeah, no, I'm totally on your side. I'm in Morningstar, but don't worry. I want you to just kill the higher-ups, and it benefits both of us. And then at the end it's, surprise! It mainly benefit me. I'm just doing that to get rid of my superiors, and I'm going to kill you too. So, ooh, sniper too. So yeah, he's just kind of a miniature Dex, I guess. We're just assassinating his higher-ups. He just wants to climb the corporate ladder at our expense. Well, I mean, thankfully this guy is not fleeing the country, so we can kill him ourselves. In fact, let's see, we're just gonna get back to base first. Let's show off the whole getaway.
89.0.
Oh, that is a cool slide, though. I mean, honestly, the getaway is kind of part of this whole thing as well.
Here are the lines, encouraging you to think outside of the lines. On Gen X, 89.0.
Not a great time. I guess I am thinking outside of the lines, insofar as I do not care about the lines on the road, they're not important. I have right-of-way everywhere. I kinda need it. They have many vehicles, and they are after me. They'd probably have boats too if I were anywhere closer to the water. As it stands, the helicopter's kinda good enough. But yeah, no, I do like that they throw this in here. Just, like, it's a miniature storyline. Honestly, you do get a bit of personality from all of the, various people who hire— well, that did go well. No, might as well just go back to base now. Yeah, you do get a little bit of personality for the people who hire you, both for assassinations and vehicle theft. Though I definitely feel like you get a lot more from assassinations, just because, you know, vehicle theft's very straightforward, so everybody acts a little different, but you don't get anything like this. Nobody sets you up to fail in the vehicle thefts. Actually, they kinda do. It's called vehicle theft. Playing vehicle theft is sort of a way to screw you over in of itself. Even if it doesn't seem like they have malicious aims, they do absolutely make you play vehicle thefts, which is a problem. So anyway, yeah, a concerned citizen is actually the one giving you this whole thing. So yes, Rasputin's real name is Barry, and, you know, concerned citizen didn't exactly have the highest opinion of you on account of you kind of just casually murdering a pizza guy. Not that I cared that much, it seemed a bit petty, but you know, if you're gonna help me here, I don't mind. Alright, so, off we go. We can skip most of this, though. The beginning, I did have that escape sequence. I say sequence like it was anything fancy, but here it's just fly over to him, this is the building you want to go to. I don't think I get those blow-up dolls. Think I skipped them this time. Because really, I'm here for vengeance. As we all know, the boss does not take betrayal well. So, once Barry shows his face, he is no longer going to have a face. Or really any part of his body, really. We're kind of going to evaporate all of them. Alright, there we go. There he is. Hey buddy, goodbye. Yeah, try making a TV show out of that, motherfucker. Bet you can't. Alright, oh, rank up. Let me just, lower myself here so that we can check what we get. Okay, so, upgrades, level 29. Sprint increase, hell yeah. And health regen 4, also very good. Do I not take these right now? Okay, there we go. I was pretty sure I took these here. Cause, yeah, they're pretty good. Why, yes, I would like to have double my time sprinting. It's not unlimited, but it does help a lot. Alright, so this is a bit of a downgrade after finishing that mission set, but, tell me about this DJ I need to kill. Well, this one is less elaborate than the chain of quests we got to, you know, kill some guys for a guy. Then we killed that guy because he was a jerk, actually. But she does have body doubles. Oh, well. Oh, you pulled me off a motorcycle, big whoop. There were no walls around me. Oh man, you're so impressive. And now you're so dead. Okay, good. Glad you were the one. Would have felt really embarrassing to have to say that like 3 times. Okay, so what's on tap for today? It's, survival.
You piss off the cops, I'll set up a camcorder and catch it on tape. Then we send it to them as a fuck you!
Okay, not sure I want to match your level of excitement. It's a little weird, but, right, so... I preemptively mentioned the last upgrade for this machine gun before. I thought I'd already bought the, incendiary machine gun, but no, I hadn't. Whoops. Oh well, I have it now. I also have... level 4 of the rocket launcher, which is... that, but with tracking. So, 2 extra levels of power, and also I can just home in on guys now. So yeah, rocket launcher is pretty darn good. I'm glad I can use that and the sniper rifle. And also I can just set people on fire with machine guns. Honestly, I feel like the weapon upgrade system in this game is, like, a pretty cool thing that never really got touched upon in Saints Row 2. At least not in the same way. Like, yeah, okay, there were guns, and, you know, you could definitely, up what you could do with the guns, but they got real creative with these. You can not only just buy upgrades, but also the upgrades make the gun look a little bit different and also just look ridiculous. You actually get to see the mods on them. And, like, they're kind of silly, but in a way that fits this game. But then there's also just really good abilities, which, again, silly, but fun silly. Not bad silly. I like that I can just shoot a person on fire. Like so.
This is my town.
And also the exploding pistol bullets, which is very fun. Glad I have something that's not incendiary. I mean, look, it's not that I don't like doing that, but... for one, sometimes being lit on fire won't actually kill your targets. Now that being said, it will distract them, so it's not like it's useless, but yeah, sometimes you will need to shoot them a little more, or they might not die. Exploding bullets, on the other hand, usually will do the trick. That pistol is kinda killer. And it just ragdolls people into the air, which is just a fun thing to do. Just objectively fun. And you know, the other nice thing is, since I do have so many upgrades now, survivals are a little more bearable. Like, I don't think I've encountered this one and failed. I could have forgotten that I did that, but I'm pretty sure I got this one on my first go. Now that being said, when they're the timed survivals, they do take longer. I mean, technically speaking, kill count ones could be a while if you're not aggressive, but I kinda prefer those. because if you are aggressive, that means you can end them pretty quickly. Especially in missions where there's just a lot of guys being sent at you. Like, huge waves here kinda suck, because that just means you're gonna be a lot busier when you have like a minute and a half left, but if this were one where I just had a kill count, yeah, I could just, start firing. And obviously don't want to go too overboard, because if you do, you die. Like, not being careful here means I get absolutely shredded by a tank. The cops in this game do very much have an advantage, when you start getting, higher notoriety. They weren't exactly chumps in Saints Row 2, but the police of Stillport are a fair bit more militarized. And look, you haven't even seen anything yet when it comes to that. We've kind of seen a few hints that someone might be sent in. A certain Miss Monica Hughes may have said, "Hey, I'm in power now, and I'm gonna be garbage about it." It's like she doesn't even remember that time we sprayed poop on buildings for her. Rude. But, yeah, no, she may or may not be mobilizing something, by which I mean she absolutely is. Also, thank goodness for the extremely large radius of this mission. I was kinda getting shredded in the alleyways, but now I can just kinda sneak around them. Oh, never mind. I can't do that. I'm the one getting pincered. Damn it, they have vehicles. Very good ones, too. Yeah, those turrets are killer. Honestly, they might be some of the toughest, like, quote-unquote specialists in the game. I mean, they do have the specialist marker on the map. It feels weird saying it about the police, though, you know? Like, that seems like it should be a gang-specific term, but no, they do have tanks. Tanks and turrets, and guys on those turrets. And they're also tanks with turrets that I'm hesitant to use just because I've had bad experiences. Or one bad experience. Like, you get blown up in a tank out of nowhere one time, and you tend to not want to use it again. Okay, there we go. Clear out all the remaining enemies. How about my backup does that? Alright, girls, you get them. See, I got the tank for you. You can get the rest. So yeah, I'm gonna spend a lot of my money on upgrades here. But it's worth it because I do need them. But also, like I've been saying, you really do just yo-yo with money in this game. So while I am kind of draining the account, that's not the worst thing. For one, I'm not going to be buying up any buildings today. No buildings, no businesses. So I can drain the coffers a bit for this, since I've got nothing else to spend on. And like I keep saying, I'm gonna have more money. I'm gonna have so much money next time I open up the cash. Anyway, what's mission time? What are we doing today?
How can I help you?
I need your opinion on Viola de Winter.
My personal opinion is that she's a useless whore. Professionally, however, she could have valuable information if she can be trusted.
That's the real question, isn't it? Well, that's good timing. Hold on, Oleg.
I'd like to meet if you'd be willing.
Not fucking likely.
I helped you hurt the Morning Star. Didn't that prove to you I'm a woman of my word?
People can go a long way to be assholes.
I'm tired of fighting against the Saints. Meet me, and maybe you'll realize that.
Come on, Oleg. Time to find some answers.
Right, I have no context for that, but sure, why not? Gonna fill me in on where I should go? No? Alright.
Alright, so, to the park then. Alright, we'll just, sidle up here, and... Right, it's mission time. So how's this meeting gonna go horribly wrong?
Does an old woman good to get some fresh air.
Also, damn, those are some nude-ass statues.
I didn't realize you were a patron of the arts, Viola.
We never really had the chance to chat. What, with you being a science experiment?
I wouldn't piss off the big guy.
Look, I'm not here to fight. We need to work together.
Right. Johnny's dead because of you.
Johnny's dead because he thought he could do everything on his own.
So what's in it for you?
I get to watch Kilbane suffer.
Can you play nice?
I'm always gentleman.
What is that?
Nothing good. Let's go.
Damn it!
Ladies first.
Kia, status.
The Saints have taken cover with one of the De Winter sisters. We're about to move in.
Roger that. Contact me once you secure the area.
Yes, Commander.
Let's hope the front's clear. Who were those guys?
Soldiers of some sort, though I don't recognize the uniforms.
Merc's working for Kilbane, maybe?
He thinks his luchadors are unstoppable. I doubt he'd ask them to sit this out.
So someone else wants us dead. Fun.
I mean, so many people so often do.
Oh, wait, laser guns?
Yeah, their laser guns fire in spurts, and if they shoot us, it's gonna hurt. Right, so this is the second time that we've been ambushed in or around some sort of club by an incredibly militarized force. Why does this keep happening to us? Anyway though, so yeah, remember Masako from Saints Row 2? Honestly, this is kind of a lot like that. I kind of prefer Masako's introduction into...
We're leaving.
Like, this one's midway through the game. I kind of liked when Masako was, like, introduced after, you know, you've beaten the rest of the gang, so it seems like that's gonna be it. But then you don't explode on a boat, so you realize something's up.
This isn't any better.
It's arguably worse.
This place looks surrounded.
What kind of jets are those?
I would really like to know. But yeah, while I do like the positioning of Masako in 2 a bit more, I gotta say, Stag, a lot better as kind of antagonists. Just in terms of, like, sheer firepower, which I guess makes sense. In Saints Row 2, Masako is still a company's force. They are more militarized than you would really like to see from a company, but yeah, this is just like a full-on military branch that a member of government has sicked on us. So it stands to reason they've got a lot more budget, and will deploy the fuck out of themselves. Oh, I think I just vanished. And yeah, I gotta say, in terms of actual unit toughness, Masako didn't really feel like that big of a leap in terms of how tough they were. Maybe it was the fact that they only appear at the end of the game, and, you know, that's the point where you have a lot to work with, and are a little used to the game, a little more used to the game, rather.
To get pissy. You think you'd be better at it? Nope, gotta go kill more guys.
It's what we're best at. But yeah, you're a little more prepared for Masako when they arrive, though I do also like that game's version of kind of the frantic need to have everybody grouped together after you get ambushed by them. Like, that's pretty fun. Meanwhile, this is less about getting the gang back together and more just, you have to survive this one encounter because they have high numbers, and they also have tech that you supposedly haven't seen. You probably have noticed that if you have the DLC, we did get a vehicle type that looks a lot like the aircraft that they have currently, that we're not supposed to be familiar with.
Way beyond the private sector.
So that's bad, right?
A little.
I mean, it does mean we are costing the military money, so that's good. Really, this game should have the best feature of Prototype, which is, whenever you finish an encounter, you just get the fucking monetary, you get the damages that the military suffered. You just get the monetary value of everything you've blown up and the people you've killed. Like, that's fun.
What the hell are you doing?
Anyway, Oleg's gonna fight a fucking aircraft. Me pretending I don't know what these things are called. So, yeah, there he goes. I don't know why, but the way that thing just sort of flails around and beams the ground just reminds me of, like, a Half-Life vehicle dying. Coming, Viola? Guess not. But yeah, I don't know what it is, it's just something about the way that animates.
I'm sure I can try.
I'm just like, yeah, I guess I just destroyed a Combine ship or something.
Don't get cocky.
Anyway, we're going for the Saints HQ, so... yeah, we don't have to get the entire gang back together. Hopefully Shandi and Pierce are okay, but we're not worrying about them right now. We're taking Viola to safety. Alright, so here we go. Circling around like a dog going to bed, and leaving immediately. Also, I know it doesn't really matter that much, but I do find it funny that we only currently have one notoriety. Definitely doesn't feel like one notoriety. They just got there we go, that's 4. They caught up, it just took them a moment, but they're here.
Doesn't have the pull to organize something on this scale.
I don't think they're just targeting us.
Then who called them in?
Worry about that later. Right now, I'm a bit busy.
I mean, hell, if they're going after Syndicate too, that's good for us. Like, how good could they be at taking down an army? The boss has been there and done that. Now granted, this is a bit of a higher scale than we're used to, but it's fine, we'll be fine. Even if this car's not looking too good, it's fine. I definitely enjoy this mission a lot. This is a very cool one. Like I said, it is cool like how late in the game it happens in 2, but this is also very strong.
Be attacking anyone other than us?
Who knows? We've been busy running for cover.
We're almost to the crib. Stay low until we get there.
So yeah, as similar as oh god, oh, we get out of there. Oh no. I feel like I've been here before. Ah well, anyway. Pierce! Start the engines, Pierce!
After that, I could use a massage.
Also, could you go a little faster, Viola, please? Pretty please. I'm kinda getting shot a lot here. Really appreciating those health upgrades I got at the start now. And I'm gonna need you to not be doing anything you were just doing. Alright, so yeah, thankfully you don't need that car to be alive in order to finish this mission. You don't fail for losing the cop car. You know, we didn't really need it, it's just the first thing that was available to us. I guess I could technically car jump, but we're close enough, and you know what, this is a cool way to end this off, other than the lack of music. Look, it's the military we have to deal with, so they kind of kick the shit out of our car. And we just gotta leg it all the way back. We only had to deal with the last bit of road though, so it's fine. Alright, safe and safe. Somehow.
My name is Cyrus Temple, commander of the Special Tactical Anti-Gang Unit. I'm here to answer your questions about the STAG initiative.
Excuse me, sir, one question, please. How long will STAG be occupying Steelport?
There is no occupation. We have the full support of Mayor Reynolds.
How will STAG impact our daily lives?
When we win the war on urban terror, you and your families will be safe again.
Sir, that's not what I asked.
Let me tell you about Jessica Parrish, a girl from Stillwater who ran away from home to be with her tough guy boyfriend. Jessica thought her life was pretty sweet, until a gangbanger kidnapped her, threw her in the trunk of a car, and laughed as her boyfriend crushed her in a monster truck rally. If Jessica Parrish was your daughter, how far would you want me to go? Thank you for your time.
Alright, well then. Even Jane's kinda like, this guy's bullshit. She's not the best reporter, she's kind of a prick, but I feel like most people can tell, military occupation, not super great. And yeah, this is kinda life now, so go into friendly fire because we really need ammunition. But if you take a look around the street, things aren't great.
With STAG in town, we need to be careful, Pierce.
Oh yeah, I totally agree.
Our place might be compromised.
Whatever you say.
And we should get some horses and mount a charge on STAG.
Alright, I'll get on that.
Damn it, Pierce. I'll be over in a bit.
Sure. See you soon.
Nation. Military vehicles rolled into the streets while troops deployed all over the city. This invasion of armed forces, known as the STAG Initiative, vows to end the death and destruction that has plagued our streets. Upon their arrival, a raid was conducted on a popular nightclub where the head of one such criminal organization was said to be hiding. Several people were shot and killed in the ensuing firefight, while property damage is estimated in the hundreds of thousands. This is Jane Valderrama with your Steelport safety update.
Alright, so yeah, we can see STAG soldiers are walking around now. More on that in a minute after we start the mission.
Pack it up, we gotta move.
I got 20K on this game. Damn!
Now it's a draw.
This isn't over. So?
It's not safe here. You guys clear this place out, I'll buy you some time.
Pierce is loading the trucks. I will create a distraction at the park.
Dividing them up sounds good. I'll find one of the STAG bases and draw them away.
Right, so yeah, STAG's deployed in Steelport now, and they are pretty dangerous. Getting police notoriety is even more dangerous than it was before, cause you know everything that was chasing us in that mission? Yeah, it's more of that.
Only take what's important.
What do you think I'm doing?
The chessboard doesn't count.
Man, that's cold.
We just have regular-ass soldiers wandering around now. So yeah, like I said, if you thought police were dangerous before, well, yeah, now they can kind of shred you even worse.
That has to be embarrassing.
We need to hijack a VTOL for this mission. Alright, so yeah, now we know the names of these things. Kind of been pretending the Saints VTOL doesn't exist up until this point. The DLC does kinda give that away. But the VTOL is a special aircraft, so... I mean, yeah, I guess if you're paying money, you might as well get that early, but... I kinda like that you have to wait for it normally. Like, it's an advanced vehicle, and I like that it's introduced as an obstacle first and foremost. Because that just feels way cooler if they're going to start by throwing that at you. And then a mission later, you get to steal one of your own. And once we mow down a few soldiers, we'll get to see how they actually work. That being said, I will say, this mission's pretty tough. I did kind of fail this one a few times. Cause there's a bit for us to do in this one. Also, please get in the vehicle.
Startup sequence initiated.
Cup holders and their mobile base locations? This thing, I think I might have pissed them off. We're probably good to move, Pierce.
We're rolling out the convoy now. I'll let you know how the streets are looking.
Right, so once we finish blowing this up with some missiles, if you press B to switch modes, you go from a more helicopter type of vehicle to an airplane type of vehicle. Of course, you won't be landing these things like airplanes, you just switch modes and helicopter down to land, but yeah, no, this is just a vehicle that combines both types of aircrafts. It is pretty incredibly cool, TBH.
Update command with casualty reports.
Right, so technically speaking, you can switch vehicles in this. There are VTOLs around the base that you can switch to if this one takes too much damage, and honestly, it probably will, but I was being stubborn for this mission. I do, however, want to start here, because this one gives me trouble due to the fact that most of the targets are under an underpass, making them harder to access. And while we are technically already at maximum notoriety, they're going to have more guys bunched up on us later in the mission, which is why it's a good thing they give you a choice of targets, because that means I can get rid of the difficult one now. And once things are worse later, I can handle it a little better. I won't have as difficult of a target to pursue. But after your first target, no matter what it is, Pierce asks for help. So you fly over there, you take care of things for him.
Detain anyone seen aiding the Saints.
We do have a gang-focused mission, a syndicate mission, waiting for us after the previous mission. Once STAG invades Steelport, you have Live with Killbane, but we're not gonna do that one quite yet. I feel like it makes sense to do this one as a follow-up, just because the boss is very worried about being picked out for having a base that is a tall tower in the middle of the city, with color-coded lights and everything. It is a pretty easy target, so I think it makes sense to just follow it up with that. And of course, that also means that you get to immediately get a VTOL, and I think you'll want one of these. I have at least shown off the broomstick though, which does fly like a VTOL, but it doesn't have weapons. So, not quite as good because of that, but I did think it was a cute addition to just bring that along, to not spoil the VTOL, if possible. Also, the addition of lasers now that STAG's involved does make things kind of interesting. They're not as strong as you think, but visually, they make you think things are worse than they actually are. Like, every time I get shot by a laser, I think, oh god, am I on fire? Cause it looks like you are. It looks like they just managed to insta-kill me, but they didn't. They didn't do that thing.
This band is the DEAR Hunter, not the DEER Hunter. Only on Gen X 89.0. This band is named after my favorite place in the world, Brooklyn.
Really? Okay, whatever. Anyway, good song for the end of this mission. Right, so here's the third and easiest target. It's just a bunch of guys on a roof. Oh god. Yeah, so while technically speaking helicopter mode is better to focus fire on guys, at this point there's a lot of people pursuing us. Yeah, I'm going, I've got it. So yeah, now there's just lasers everywhere, so as much as I want to focus fire, dodging is also important. And yeah, like I said, you might just want to switch VTOLs. Because around this point, you're probably not looking too good. In fact, yeah, as much damage as that did, the game does straight up tell you, hey, maybe you want to change? And, I mean, yeah, I should've, but again, I was being stubborn. I wanted to keep the one I started with. I mean, that just makes the mission more interesting, I think, to have to survive in one. But that's entirely optional. Though, I think it is more fitting to have a more challenging mission. Like, Stag's just coming in like a bullet train. I feel like I want to make them look tough. I gotta put them over. Though that being said, their VTOL's nowhere near as good as surviving as mine. I don't know why mine's better, it just is. Does that mean it's a new type?
Air Convoy Delta Delta 1 entering Steelport airspace.
Have to run, Oleg. You got the cleanup?
Yes, thank you for the help.
So you're already there, right, Pierce?
We're trying to keep a low profile here. We can't go speeding through the streets.
They brought in a plane with a big fucking radar dish on it just for you.
You serious?
So faster would be better. Got it?
I mean, we'll blow this thing up, but you probably should be somewhere safer than this. Right, so yeah, they just have the money to straight up summon a surveillance aircraft. Great, cool, good. Well, the good news is, even if the military is big and intimidating, and they've got a lot of tough aircrafts, they still explode like anything else, so... as long as you're at least a little bit careful. You know, try to get the preemptive strike against them, and let's definitely not run into another one. I'm pretty sure that would kill me at this point. Yeah, as long as you get the jump on him, you're good. And yeah, no, 3 minutes, pff, that's nothing. I could have a minute left, and I'd still be fine with this, cause, this is all they came in with to defend their very vulnerable surveillance aircraft, so, yeah, once they're gone...
all done. No worries on our end.
You really know how to ruin a girl's fun.
I'm Joshua Burke. Hey. On TV, I play Nightblade, an exceptionally good-looking but misunderstood vampire who risks life and limb every week to keep the world safe. The men and women of STAG put their lives on the line every day to protect your city against gang violence. Want to be a real-world hero? Talk to your STAG recruiter today. I know I have.
Nightblade's the face of STAG? Why don't you just put someone in a fucking deer suit?
Hearts and minds will win the war, my dear.
Shock and awe wins wars, Senator. Authorize the data list and this will all be over.
Absolutely not.
That kid's gonna get himself killed.
Will you ensure Josh Burke's safety? Or I'll find someone who can. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm starting to think military occupation might be a bad thing that's doing far more damage than it's helping, but maybe that's just me. Anyway, yeah, that's it for that mission. Like I said, it's probably easier if you do switch out vehicles, but I didn't want to. I wanted that to feel intense, and you know what? It did. I did lose that one a few times. So yeah, that will do it for this episode of Saints Row the Third, but... what upgrades do we have? There we go. Oh, just one. And it's just... oh, it's bonus respect, so... yeah, I'll take that. I'm broke now, but I'll still take it. Alright, so yeah, that will do it for Saints Row the Third. Steelport is now being occupied. We'll have to deal with that next time. Do I want to? Honestly, kinda yeah. I would like to wipe out the entire United States military, Gordon. Also, why are we still in this building? We gotta get out of here.
you up.